Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Wednesday, the 26th of November, 2025. In today's Millwall news, it was match day today, and we won. We did win, but boy was it hard work. Fun at times, or it was fun because we did win in the end, but I mean, oh, wow. So, here we go again. Femias is back, and Femias scores. And that's all it takes to win a game, is your best player getting on the pitch and changing the game and getting the goal. This is the official match report from millfc.co.uk. Super sub Femi heads Mill to victory. Femi has stepped off the bench to head home the winner as Mill beat Sheffield Wednesday 1-0 at the Den on Wednesday night. The Lions peppered the Owls' net all night in SE16, with the winger finally beating Ethan Horvath to claim 3 points. Alex Neil made 4 changes to his starting 11 for the visit of the Owls, with Zach Sturge, Derek Mazou Sackos, both injured, Danny McNamara and Macaulay Langstaff making way for Camille Negley, Adomo Maku, Luke Condell and the returning Jake Cooper to come into the 11. Aziz, meanwhile, was among the substitutes in SE16. The Lions made the early running on their own patch and advanced into the box twice, but could not find the final ball. Sheffield Wednesday, however, were to have the first true effort of the night, as Barry Bannon shaped to shoot just inside the area, but his left-footed curler was saved by Max Crocombe. Alfie Doughty's 2 crosses into the box were cleared away by the Owls' defence, as the Lions probed for an opener before an Amaku cross flashed across the edge of the 6-yard box and evaded the run of Milo Vanovic as it rolled out of play. Shout for a penalty kick as Amaku took a tumble on the edge of the box, went begging as Jacob Miles remained unmoved. That's the referee. With Caleb Taylor then rising highest at the back post to nod another Doughty cross just wide. Tristan Cramer's run down the right then set up a chance or two for Turno Ballo, but he saw both attempts at goal blocked before a deflected effort for the visitors almost crept in as Bailey Calamatari's shot hit Cooper and looked to deceive Crocombe, but the Kiwi pulled off a smart reaction save to turn the ball behind him. Turno Ballo, he had 2 bites of the cherry. I mean, what a save by their keeper, one-handed save. Strong one hand, sticks his hand out, saves the ball, and it goes off to the side instead of coming back out. What a save that was by their keeper. And you're thinking, here we go. We're doing this, we're doing that, and it's not going in. It's not going in. A lower Maka cross had to be hurriedly cleared, and Cooper hit a strike over as the first half looked to reach a frustrating conclusion. And if not for Crocombe, the Lions would have gone 1-0 down 2 minutes from the break as Bannon looked to catch the dub off his line from almost halfway, but the keeper just managed to get back and tip the ball over the crossbar. I thought it was to the side. It wasn't over the crossbar, it was to the side. Barry Bannon from literally 5 yards off the halfway line had a shot. And it nearly went in. I think Crocombe was going back. I think he was going to one-hand it. And then he decided to do 2-hand patty cake. And he fell back into the net. But I mean, wow. That was insane. Doughty's burst forward set up a chance for Cramer at the beginning of the second half, but the right back found his left foot strike palmed away by Ethan Horvath, with Maku's half volley being sliced wide. Cramer's cross to the back post then allowed a Maku strike on goal, but the Irishman could not gain a clear connection on the ball. The Lions then had the ball in the net, but Ivanovic, the scorer, was flagged for offside, with a hairy few moments for Millwall following as Charlie McNeil crashed an attempt against the crossbar before Bannon's effort was cleared away. For however unlucky we were up front, we were very lucky at our end. They had chances that they could have put away, and we were very lucky. Very lucky. Bannon's strike was deflected behind by Taylor with 58 minutes on the clock, with Mill chance to take the lead, then slipping away as Negley's shot from inside the box went wide. Raheem Spangor, Williams and Aziz were brought on in place of Negley and Ballo on the hour mark as the Lions looked for different options in attack. Luke Cundle, the next man to prove wasteful in front of goals, he fired over from a little over 6 yards out. Two things to say on that. Finally, Bangor Williams comes in, and a difference he did make. He did make a difference, but I think it's very clever by Alex Neil to bring him on at the same time as he's bringing on Aziz. And Aziz was different gravy. I mean, he got the man in the match in the ground from the exec lounge. A lot of people saying Crammer, but I mean, Femi Aziz made the difference. He brought on a little bit of quality. But Bangor Williams as well. You saw it there. It was different gravy. And that's the thing. Here's the thing, right? We're all saying, play Bangor Williams, play Bangor Williams. Should Bangor Williams start every game and play every minute of every game? No, probably not. But when you're losing and you want someone with a bit of creativity to up front, if you're trying to nick a goal or do something at the other end, he's your man. Like, he can pick out a pass. He can see into the future. His passes are lined up. And he doesn't. The thing with when you're passing is people pass it to the person. He passes it like at an angle, like into space next to the person that they can run into. It's not just, he doesn't pass it to people so they're flat-footed. He does a whole lot. But I thought it was very clever of Alex Neil to bring him on. Obviously, there's a big who about why isn't he playing. So he brings him and Aziz on at the same time. So obviously, kind of undersells it. It doesn't. It's not a big fanfare about it because it's mainly about Aziz. And the thing with the Cundle looked like he absolutely fluffed that chance. But looking back on the highlights on SkySports.com or wherever it was, the defender did get in the way. He got blocked, so it wasn't like he fluffed it and like spooned it over. The defender blocked him, so that's what happened. I don't think we got a corner from it, but the defender did block off the shot. The Owls were throwing bodies in front of the ball, and Taylor was next up to find a route to goal blocked, with the defender then seeing a header from a corner cleared off the line. But Millwall finally nodded themselves in front of 71 minutes as Aziz rose highest to find the net from inside the 6-yard box. Bosh. Wednesday substitute Jamal Lowe struck the outside of the post as Wednesday looked for an equaliser with 15 minutes remaining, whilst Cundle fired over from Aziz's crosses 3 minutes later. Cundle had another effort. I think that was the one that got blocked. The other one, I'm not so sure. One of them, he definitely did get blocked by the defender. I think probably the second one. Emaku, Ivanovic and Cundle then all had further opportunities to extend the scoreline, as did Aziz and substitute Dan Kelly, but no further goals meant a 1-0 win for Millwall. Bosh. Do you want to hear something funny? So I'm sitting up in block 1, half time, don't go down. I just sit in a thing because it's freezing, I'm cold. So then second half starts, okay. Getting round about the 55 minutes. I need to take a piss. But we're going. We're attacking. They've got all 11 men behind the ball. So we're gonna score. I'm holding it off. The substitutions get made. I'm holding it off. Finally, I need to go down and take a piss. And guess what happens? Yes, I'm taking a piss, and as I'm pissing, I hear the roar. We've scored. So I missed the goal, but that's fine. So the team was as follows: Max Crocombe, Tristan Crammer, Caleb Taylor, Jake Cooper, Alfred Doughty, Casper Denor, Luke Cundle, Turner, Ballo, Camille Negley, Adomu Maku, Mihailo Ivanovic. The subs bench was Danny McNamara, Femi Aziz, Stephen Bender, Daniel Kelly, Macaulay Langstaff, Kamal Grant, AJ Matthews, Reece, Bangor Williams and Wes Harding. The subs that came on were McNamara for Alfred Doughty. He played at left back when he came on. Aziz on for Ballo in the 60th minute. Bangor Williams on for Negley in the 60th minute. Kelly on for Maku in the 86th minute. And Langstaff on for Ivanovic in the 86th minute. We did not get a booking. Very, sparse crowd today. Given as 13,958, but I think it was a lot less than that. If you don't know, they count the season, because it's a season ticket, someone's already paid for their ticket. So that's counted towards the attendance, even if they don't turn up. So I don't think it was that many people there tonight. 1,373 away fans. So fair play for them coming midweek. So yeah. This is some pictures from the game today from millfc.co.uk, the club's official website. Let's take a look at the best images from SC16 below. Wow, this is that's an interesting combination there. He's got the old, what do you call that? The undershirt, I don't know what that's called. But then he's cut holes in it and he's wearing a glove. I don't think that doesn't come with it. He's done that himself. So, and he's done it so, I don't know why he's done that. So probably so they can't pull on it, or I don't know. Kind of weird. Any of our players wearing gloves? Yeah, that would be, obviously. That would be fun. It's not even that. It was cold, but it wasn't that cold. It's colder last week. There he is there. Bangor Williams. Look at that. Absolutely changed the game when he came on. Him and Femi Aziz. There he is there. That's the goal. You can't see him, but Afridouti just dinked a little ball back in. Femi Aziz glancing header. Bosh. Because they were. The thing is, because this was the second transition from, I think it was a set piece or whatever. They were all, their defense was like in defense mode, so they didn't push out enough, because you can't really play offside in 6-yard box. It's stupid to do that. So that was the Millwall players are all still in there, and there you go. Look at that. And Kundal. In yesterday's video, I said a few things. Upset some people with the things I said about the boat people, because the video had a few dislikes. Okay, that's okay. But yesterday, basically I said, look, we're playing Sheffield Wednesday. They're not too good. They got problems, but that they will fight. I said we needed to keep a clean sheet, and I wanted us to win by at least 2 goals. So we didn't do that. I wanted a goal in the first half and a goal in the second half. We didn't do that. And I wanted to come out of the game without any injuries. I'm not sure we've done that, because right at the end of the game, Kundal's had a whack. I'm not sure if it was a flailing arm or an elbow from Bannon. Was it Bannon? I'm not too sure. And you could see he's got like a black eye already coming up. So yeah, I don't know if he's. I mean, he gets some ice on it. It should be fine for Saturday, but yeah, probably going to miss training tomorrow, I should imagine. So there you go. And we're back round to the beginning. So, post-match comments. Alex Neal says Millwall earned 1-0 win over Sheffield Wednesday and explains the second half improvement. Well, the second half improvement, I can explain it to you now. The second half improvement was Femi Aziz. That's simple as. Alex Neal thought Millwall earned the right to win after his side beat Sheffield Wednesday 1-0. The Lions had the upper hand, yada yada yada, recapping the game. The introductions of Femi Aziz and Reece Bangor Williams on the hour mark gave Neal's side more of an impetus, and they created chance after chance after chance before Aziz headed home and Afridouti cross to give Millwall a deserved lead. Alex Neal gave his assessment of the 90 minutes after the game. Certainly in the first half, you could sense a bit of anxiety in the stadium. You could sense a bit of anxiety in the players. Second half, I thought we were much more threatening. We created a lot more chances in the second half. If we were more clinical, it would have been a more comfortable evening. And when you're not clinical, you then leave it open. And they did have two good opportunities where they hit the woodwork as well. But over the piece, I thought we deserved to win the game, and we were the more threatening side. And these games are never easy. People make out as if you just rock up and win. They drew away at West Brom, they drew away at Birmingham, they drew at Norwich, so they got some good players too. Barry Bannon's been a court player in the Championship for the last 15 years, so you need to earn the right to win. And you can't just think, oh, they're quite young or whatever, They're bringing guys like Jamal Lowe onto the pitch. And he was bought £1.5 million when he was a little bit younger. And I think I tried to sign him at one point. And we needed to earn the right, Eventually we did, and it's like anything else, Well, when you're going through a little bit of a run where you're maybe not performing at your best, you need to find a way to win the game. Asked why he thought Millwall were much improved after half-time, Neil said, the expectation of, let's just go and try and win the game. It's not as easy as that. Then they scare you a couple of times, Bannon hitting the shot, Max having to make a save, and then they get one in the second half, they hit the bar, and it came off the back of our best chance, actually. Tristan goes in and we should probably score, and then the next minute it goes up that end and they look as if they're about to score, and I'm thinking, come on lads, what are you doing? And when the goal went in, we settled, and I thought we settled and we looked better, bringing Femi on obviously helps, we got another outlet and another guy that can take us up the pitch. We deserve to win the game. Whenever you're not winning games, there's always going to be a little bit of anxiety and tension, especially in the fact that this season so far, we started so well. We've been in and around the top 6 for the majority of games so far. What happens is, the fans are naturally anxious, as you would be, that we don't drop down too far from just now, particularly when we've got the injuries that we've got. And what we want to do is try and stay within touching distance of that as best as we can, and try and get our players back and then give ourselves a really good chance and see where we can go this year. Yeah, exactly. Talking of injuries, we have confirmation. There were rumours yesterday that Mazou Sackos will be out for 3 months with an ACL injury. It is an ACL injury, but it's not as bad as that. And here we go. This is from southernnews.co.uk. Obviously, they do publish tomorrow. It's Wednesday today. We don't normally play midweek on a Wednesday, but it is Wednesday. So go out and get a copy of the Southern News tomorrow. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. Mill boss confirms timeline for Derek Mazou Sackos injury. Derek Mazou Sackos is expected to be out for 8 weeks. 8 weeks with an ACL strain. ACL is anterior cruciate ligament. It's in your knee, Alex Neil said. Mazou Sackos, 21, signed for the Lions in the final days of the summer transfer window and has impressed in his first season in English football, making 10 league appearances. The French midfielder had to be replaced early in the second half in Mill's 3-1 loss to Portsmouth last Saturday after being the victim of a poor challenge. Neil outlined the timeline for his return following his side's 1-0 win over Sheffield Wednesday. The reason we didn't put a time frame on it initially was, it's quite an odd injury that he's got. He's got a strain in his ACL, but a strain's different from obviously a rupture or a tear in an ACL, because then it's really easy to put a timeline attached to it. If you tear your ACL, it's a year minimum, 100%. It's a year. That's probably one of the worst injuries you can have, and it can, if you do put in the hard work and do everything right and come back from it, doesn't guarantee that you'll be at the level that you were before. I think there's some players you've had they had the injury and they've never been the same. I think Bradley Dack was one of them. I think he had 2 ACLs, and you just lose a bit of pace. It just affects you really badly. At the moment, I think we're probably working off of a legion of about 8 weeks, and that's a rough estimate. It could have been a hell of a lot worse, because if he's done his ACL to any real degree, it'll be a hell of a lot longer than that, for sure. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here delighted about it, but, it is what it is. Zach Sturridge suffered a concussion in the same game after being hit with a ball at close range. Neil confirmed he would be back after the Lions' home clash with Southampton and the weekend. I'll miss the weekend for sure, then he's back in contention after that. So there you go. I brought up the EFL handbook, and they say about concussions, the team doctor can assess the player, and he has to say whether he's fit to go back to training. You can't even train without getting permission from the doctor. But I think there is an FA rule, and it's more strict. So that's where it's like, you have to miss a week. So yeah, I think that exists somewhere. I've heard it said. Right. Let's have a look at the table. Well, let's have a look at the results from today's Championship games. So Wednesday, November the 26th, Wrexham 2, Bristol City 0, Blackburn 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1, Millwall 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Sheffield United 3, Portsmouth 0, West Bromwich Albion 1, Birmingham 1. Sheffield United, they signed that Patrick Bamford, and he scored, didn't he? Here's the thing, I would have loved to sign that guy, but I think there's no way he would have come down here, to be honest. And I don't think we probably could have afforded him. But you've got Ivanovic. So all the people moaning about, Ivanovic doesn't get the service, he got loads of service today, and he was better today, but I mean, fucking hell, he's still not all that. He did have his moments today, but I mean, come on, guys. Yeah. So, this is what the table looks like. We're in 4th place. We're back up there with 1 win. 1 win in 5 games, and we're back up there. That's all it takes. You got to win your games. We're in 4th place with a goal difference of -4. We're the only team in the top half with a minus goal difference. Wow. Coventry, obviously top, 40 points. I think someone said that this is the biggest gap there has been between first and second after 17 games. There's a 10-point gap. And that's to Stoke in second. 30 points plus 13 goal difference. Middlesbrough are a third with plus 4 goal difference, 30 points. And then there's a 2-point gap to us. And then we're just the top of the pops of the rest. We're the best of the rest at the moment. We've got 28 points, but there's 2 teams on 27, 2 teams on 26, 4 teams on 25, and 3 teams on 24. And the team that we're playing next, Southampton, they're in 13th. They're 4 points behind us. They've won 4 games in a row. They've only won 6 games all season, so literally 6 games all season, and 4 of those have been the last 4 games. Which is that's the same. That's basically the same as Coventry. Coventry, you can see the most recent game is on the right-hand side. Coventry got 4 wins in a row. Southampton got 4 wins in a row. And they are the form teams. The next best after that is 2 wins. Is QPR with 2 wins in a row. And Sheffield United with 2 wins in a row. So, it's not easy. But if you win, you get rewarded. You climb up the thing. Because that's another thing. That Ipswich have only lost 3 games. Preston have only lost 4 games. But we've lost 5. But we got the extra win. And that's the difference. Don't draw. Either win or lose. If you win 1 game and lose 1 game, that's better than drawing 2 games. You get more points. Draw 2 games, you get 2 points. You win 1, you lose 1, you get 3 points. So, yeah. There you go. Simple mathematics. Although, even though we're early in the season, Ipswich have a game in hand on us. So we will probably drop down a place just because of that, even if we do maintain. But yeah, it's crazy because if Southampton beat us on Saturday, and this game's going to be totally different to today's game, we're going to be doing a lot more defending, and hopefully that defending happens higher up the pitch, and we don't let the Southampton run through us like we let Sheffield Wednesday run through us. Because I guarantee Southampton won't be hitting the bar and missing chances if we put them on the plate like we did for Sheffield Wednesday. So we need to be defending a lot better and a lot higher up the pitch. So yeah. But if they beat us on Saturday, obviously we stay on 28 points and they jump up to 27 points. So they'll literally be right behind us from down here. One win against us on Saturday and they're jumping up here. Mad. This league is madness. It's absolute madness. So yeah. Before we go, obviously, Blue Friday and all that. Every day this week, from Monday to Friday, Millwall are announcing 2 deals a day about getting discounts because of this Blue Friday thing, which is Black Friday but blue, because Millwall playing blue. So yeah, enjoy discounts on 25-26 memberships and stadium tours with the Lions Blue Friday. From 9 AM on Wednesday, that's today, until midnight on Friday the 28th of November. Take advantage of 10% off memberships, all 3 of them, adult, junior line and wall wide, as well as 20% off stadium tours, ! Benefit from all the goodies that come with a membership, including the ability to purchase tickets for away matches. How many... That statement is factually correct, but practically incorrect. How many away tickets have gone through the gauntlet of the loyalty points and gone on to members? Is it 50%? There or thereabouts, maybe less than that. Man, it's like season like this. Once it gets to general season ticket holders, they more or less sell out. So, in theory, that's true. If you have a membership, you can buy an away ticket, but in reality, that doesn't happen that often, especially for games that you actually want to go to. Unless, if you're a Millwall fan who lives up north, maybe you could do that. You get a membership and go to all these games, because there's probably less demand to go to Preston away, to Blackburn away, to Middlesbrough away. All these Hull away. The teams up in the northeast and the northwest. It's a long old trip. So maybe obviously cup fixtures as well, and more. Entry into the home mascots draw, well, that's for junior lines, and a welcome booklet and so much more. Furthermore, take a look at the Inner Sanctum in SC16 with a pre-match stadium tour. Season ticket holders will receive a 20% discount on top of their usual discount. Wow. They do pre-match stadium tours, but they're quite early. So if you go into the game, you have to go to the tour, presumably piss off outside, and then you just stick around for a couple of hours. But so yeah, them's the things going on today, and it's these ones. It looks like you can do it online. I assume it's automatically applied at checkout. Yeah, so you just go. If you click on that, it'll take you to the ticket website, which is also up here. But I don't know if you have to click through on this to activate it. But there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and cheerio.